Hello and welcome to Vol Holocron, where today I will be explaining the Koorivars. Koorivars are the human-like species with reptilian skin, which can be green or magenta, a cranial horn which comes up from their skull, banded ridges on their nose and eyebrows, and eyes which can be green or yellow. Koorivars with specially sculpted horns were looked upon with great prestige. The Koorivars originally came from the Koorivar homeworld planet, but abandoned this planet and moved to the planet Koorivar. Now I am going to explain all known Canon Koorivars. First up is Pasel Agent, a male which was the magistrate of the Corporate Alliance and represented Koorivar in the Galactic Senate, and later served the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Argent encouraged other senators to support Dooku, and after the Clone Wars broke out, pledged the allegiance of the Corporate Alliance to the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Argent was killed by Vader on Mustafar shortly after Order 66 was executed. Now for Brachia, a male which worked for the Republic as an operative, and later worked as an agent for the Imperial Security Bureau, also known as ISB. He was sent to investigate cash in a disused medical facility on Macario. The local Imperial forces guarded this cache. Not long after this had happened, some rebels led by Calla stole Tarkin's ship, the Carrion Spike. Brachia helped Tarkin get a replacement ship. The Emperor interrogated Brachia to see if he was consulting with the rebels, but didn't find Brachia guilty. It turned out that the cache was planted by Vice Admiral Dodd Rancid in order to get Tarkin's attention and allow the rebels to steal the Carrion Spike. Next up is Calla, a male operations specialist. During the Clone Wars, he worked on Antar 4, fighting against Separatist control. After the Clone Wars had finished, Tarkin ordered a purge on Antar 4, known as the Antar Atrocity, killing many residents on Antar 4. A rebel called Calla saved Calla's life, leading Calla to join Tella's rebel cell. Calla and the other rebels planned to steal Tarkin's ship, the Carrion Spike. They successfully stole the ship. However, the Empire had a tracker on board, with Vader and Tarkin following it. They attacked many Imperial bases, recording it to inspire rebellion. They travelled to Findar in the Mandalore sector to refuel the Carrion Spike, only for Vader and Tarkin to arrive in a ship called the Goliath. A dogfight ensued, with Calla, Calla, and a few of the other rebels escaping into hyperspace. Calla checked on the new fuel cells to find that the fuel cells contained an Imperial tracker. Calla decided to use this tracker to trick the Empire into thinking they were travelling to Obroa Sky, which worked. The rebels so far had been using information from an Imperial who was helping them. This Imperial was Rancid. Rancid told the rebels to attack an Imperial facility in the Nuain system and fortified the Imperial forces at Nuain at the same time. The rebels took a lot of damage and so decided that they would set the ship on autopilot to Carida and abandon it. After this, Calla and the rebels attacked an Imperial convoy which was taking supplies to the Death Star project. The rebels lost, with Calla escaping. Many of the rebels were caught, interrogated and killed. However, it is unknown whether Calla survived. Next is Oro Decine, a male warrior which led the Koorivar Fusiliers in defence of assets belonging to the Corporate Alliance. In the Clone Wars, Decine fought for the Confederacy of Independent Systems as a general. Now for Macario Gravin, a female gangster which worked for Surat Nuat, the crime lord on Akiva. She was tasked with confronting Temin Wexley about data cubes Wexley stole from Nuat's destroyed ship. Wexley was not cooperating, and Gravin ordered that Wexley hand over the entire shop. This caused Wexley to activate his modified B1 series battle droid, which incapacitated and immobilized all of Nuat's thugs, including Gravin. Next up is Daenerys Key, a female high-up in the Corporate Alliance. Before the Clone Wars, she was chief aide to the magistrate Purcell Agent. She and Agent joined the Confederacy of Independent Systems. She died alongside Agent on Mustafar. Next is the Koorivar Fusiliers, an infantry which served the Corporate Alliance's Policy Administration Directorate. The Fusiliers joined the Confederacy of Independent Systems in the Clone Wars. Now for Narelle Quo, a male which was primary aide for Supreme Chancellor Lena So during the High Republic era. Unlike most Koorivars, Quo had pale and unpigmented skin. Next up is Unidentified Koorivar Captain, the male captain of the YT-1000 freighter called the Reticent, which he bought from Knots, meaning he owed Knots missions. During the Imperial era, he became involved with Teller's insurgent campaign. When Teller wanted to trick the Empire into thinking that the carry-on spike was on Obroa Sky, Teller arranged Knots to find a decoy to send to Obroa Sky. However, Knots sent the Koorivar captain. At Obroa Sky, Vader sent out 3 interdictor vessels. However, on one of these, a gravity well malfunctioned, causing a massive hyperspace accident. Vader noticed the Reticent and captured it and detained everyone inside. The captain was interrogated and tortured, but could only speak of the identity of Knots. After Vader tortured the captain, he eventually decided that the captain had no information on Teller's rebel cell. Next is Unidentified Koorivar Commander, a male commander for the Confederacy of Independent Systems during the Clone Wars. Now for Shep Vallard, a male black market merchant on Otor's hub in the Clone Wars. He sold items such as jewels, paintings and other goods to the Galactic Republic and the Confederacy of Independent Systems. He obtained these items from their original makers after the makers had met untimely deaths. Sometimes he sent assassins to kill these makers. Quinlan Vos was undercover as a customer to spy on Shep Vallard. One day, Jedi Knight Akar Deshu came in to bring Vos back to the Jedi Council so that he could go on a mission to assassinate Dooku. Deshu broke Vos's cover and a fight broke out, with Shep Vallard being knocked unconscious and arrested. Next up is Shep Vallard's father, the father of Shep Vallard. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and bye.